Alright, welcome back, intrepid adventurers, to the Walking Code C++ programming series. This is the lab for lesson 12, in which we are going to be talking about loops. Alright, I have the code that we used in the last lab. I've just modified it to include a loop. And I'm going to be using a do loop here. Alright, let me scroll down to get all the relevant code in the window if I can. There we go. And remember, a do loop is a post-test loop. Right? The reason it's a post-test loop is because the condition is tested at the end of the loop to see whether or not the loop body should run again. Alright, when I say loop body, I mean all of this code that's encased between the two curly brackets that pertain to the loop. Alright, and the neat thing about Visual Studio is if you click one open curly brace, it highlights the closing curly brace for you, so that's really kind of neat. I remember back in the old days when we had nothing but Notepad to use and you had to crawl through raw text. It was horrible. Visual Studio is a true godsend. So I'm outputting the value of die. I'm testing it. Remember, we use two equal signs for testing variables or for conditional statements if we want to compare something. And I'm outputting whether or not I hit him in the head and killed him and stuff like that. And I'm testing it to see whether the loop body should run again or not. Now, those of you that are already good programmers, good C++ programmers, don't tell the person beside you what's wrong with it. Let them find out for themselves. Alright, because there is a bug in this code that we're going to have to kind of troubleshoot and see what's going on. I didn't say anything about it in the lecture portion just to keep things interesting and keep everybody on their toes. And then it just does the standard system pause and return 0. Alright, so if I run this, if I go up and press the green arrowhead here, we'll see what happens. There we go. And it keeps going and going and going and going and going. This will be infinite. What I have created here is a programming boo-boo called an infinite loop. Okay, this loop will run to infinity. Let me close out of this and show you why. The reason this loop will run to infinity is the value of die never changes. So if I scroll back up here, I create the variable die and I assign it a value outside of the loop. Well, inside the loop, I don't do anything to change the value of die. I test the value of die to see if it's equal to 1. But aside from that, I don't do anything else. So this loop is going to run and run and run and run and run infinitely until the user intercedes or you cut power to the system or whatever. So this is called an infinite loop. Like I said, it's kind of a programming boo-boo. They're really kind of not good practice to use in most cases. You always want a way to get out of your loop or cut out a loop or something like that. So what I'm going to do is we're going to fix this. Don't worry, we are definitely going to fix this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to copy this piece of code here. There we go. I'm going to scroll down to just about the bottom of my loop right here. And I'm going to assume that I'm going to shoot again. Alright, and because I do this, I am assigning a new value to die. Alright, maybe I better do this here too. There we go, x equals ran. I want to put that down too. Go. I'm going to use a keyboard short copy paste this time. And I'm going to create a new value for x and a new value for die. Okay, because otherwise die will just keep being the same number, because all die is, the value of die is derived from the value of x modulus 6 plus 1. Put a comment here. Create new random number. There we go. So now let's see what happens here when I run this code. go. It's compiling it. It takes a few minutes for it, actually a few seconds for it to do it on random or on modern computers. Excuse me. You missed the head. You missed the head. You missed the head. Zombie is still after you. Huh, we didn't get a 1 here, but press any key to continue. I wonder why I did that. Let's find out here. Let's do a little bit of troubleshooting here because we're getting a little deeper into our programs. So let's just do a little bit of troubleshooting. You missed the head. The zombie is still after you. Okay, well, what I can do here is I'm going to put a breakpoint here. This gives us a perfect example of troubleshooting our code. I'm going to compile it again. And this time I can see, if you look down here, you can see the value for die and the value for X, the type of data it is, and things like that. It's really kind of neat. I'm going to step over that. Here we go. And a bunch of this stuff you can kind of ignore. I just want to look for stuff for my data type here. If you hold your mouse pointer over a data type, it gives you the value for it, and you can pin that value to the screen. Alright, and if you don't want it pinned anymore, you can see comments, you type a comment. If you don't want it pinned to the screen anymore, you just click that, and then when you click off of it, sorry, you can close out of it too. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to step into this. Here we go. And the neat thing about this is it gives you shortcuts here too. So if I say 11, here we go. I missed the head because I rolled a 3. Okay. Oh, I didn't want to do that. That takes me into the header file. That's kind of murky stuff there. Okay, I said I didn't want to do that. Thank you very much. Come again. Let me see here. No, I did step over. Wonder why it's not doing. Right, let's take a look at our output here. Is 3. Okay. I want to, oh, here we go. Step out. There we go. Now I can step over. Okay. The value of X again is that 18,464. Okay, the value of X has changed, which means the value of die should change. The value of die is now 2. I should go back up to the top of the loop, which I do. The else portion is going to execute because die is not equal to 1. Okay, X is a new value. Die becomes a new value. And let's see here. Die is a value of 3, or 2, excuse me. Ah, die is now a value of 1. Oh, you know why? Because I never told it to print anything. Oh yeah, I did here. Well, die is not equal to 1. So when it's equal to 1, so what I really want to do, here we go. Here's what I'm going to do. This is all about troubleshoot code, and that's why I added this in here. Okay, I'm going to add these to the top of my loop, and then I'm going to take the initialization out of these guys. You really don't need to initialize every variable. I mean, you can. I could say like int x equals 0 just for a sense of completeness, and that's fine too. In fact, I might do that just to make things a little easier. And I'm going to have to update my comment as well. I'm going to just remove it. There we go. And we'll see how this works for us now, shall we? I'm going to remove this breakpoint. And I'm going to run my code again. Oh, wait, I'm already running it. It's going to open it for me again. Let's see what's going to happen here. Go. So it's not just your code, it's where you place your code as well. Again, we're going to be doing more troubleshooting throughout the code process because I think this is where the magic really happens, where you just get hands deep in it, elbows deep in your code, and you start figuring out exactly what the heck goes on under the hood. Alright, there we go. You hit him in the head and killed him. All right, sweet. Now, can I change that to a while loop? Yeah, I could change that to a while loop. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say while, there we go, die does not equal 1. There we go. And then I'm going to take the while out here. I'm just going to comment it out so I don't have to delete it. There we go. And this has become a pretest loop. Because it's going to test this condition before the loop body runs. Let's see if it'll make any difference in this case. In some cases it makes a difference, in some cases it doesn't. It's all a style thing. Wow, it took us a lot of shots to kill him. I'll give you that much right there. 6. Wow, we hit the ground in front of him, I guess. Yeah, we couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, could we? Wow. Okay, so we changed this to a pretest loop. So there you go. We learned about loops. We learned about infinite loops. We learned about placing your code in the right place within your loop body. We went over breakpoints again and how to step over and into your code. Again, troubleshooting your code is a paramount skill. I cannot stress that enough. All right. My name's Adam Beasy. I look forward to seeing you for lesson 13. Have a great night, and thank you for watching.